I went through my fiancée's phone after suspicions and found a detailed plan to fake her own kidnapping and make me pay the ransom. I replied by changing my number and alerting the authorities to her impending disappearance. She was frantically trying to explain it was her creative writing project. I, 32 male, never thought I'd be one of those guys, the ones who snoop. But here we are. My fiancée, Ashley, 29F, had been acting off for weeks, vague about her spending, jumpy when I came into the room if she was on her laptop, weird hushed phone calls. Little things that added up to a big knot in my gut. We've been together 4 years, engaged for 1. I thought we were solid. Tonight she was out with her friend Kimberly, said they were going for a late movie. My gut screamed louder. She'd left her old phone, the one she said was broken, but I'd seen her charging, in her nightstand drawer. I know, massive breach of trust, but something felt really wrong. I found it. Not texts with another guy, which is what I morbidly expected. Oh no, it was so much worse. In her notes app, a detailed multi-page document, title, The Getaway Plan. It was a meticulous script for her own kidnapping. Seriously, lists of what she'd need, how she'd disappear, how contact would be made with me. The ransom demand was set at $50,000. $50,000. Money I have from an inheritance my grandmother left me. Money Ashley knew was just sitting there, earmarked for a house deposit. There were even notes on how to make the ransom note sound more authentic and threatening. Who her supposed captors would be sounded like a vague, made-up gang. How she'd act when rescued. How I'd be her hero. I felt cold. Not angry, not yet. Just this icy calm. The betrayal was so audacious, so cinematic. Like something out of a twisted movie. She wasn't just going to leave me or cheat. She was going to terrorize me, steal from me, and then play the victim, expecting me to what? Comfort her? Marry her after that? I didn't hesitate. Took photos of every single page of that plan with my own phone. Back up to the cloud. Walked out of our apartment. Drove to my carrier store. Changed my number. Effective immediately. Drove to the main police precinct. Asked to speak to a detective. Showed him the photos. Explained she was planning to disappear very soon, according to her timeline, next 48 hours, and intended to extort me. The detective, a guy named Miller, was intrigued, to say the least. He took my statement, the photos, said they'd look into it, given the detail. I got home, packed a bag, all my essentials, important documents. I'm staying at my brother's. Just before I deactivated my old phone number for good, the SIM was about to come out of my handset. A string of texts came through from Ashley to that number. Hey, movie was great. Thinking of you. Tss, almost home, babe. Then a bit later, presumably after she found I wasn't home and my stuff was gone. Andrew, where are you? Is everything okay? You're not answering. Andrew, this isn't funny. Then a call to my old number. I didn't answer. Another. Then a text that made my blood run even colder if possible. My old phone? Did you go through my old phone? Andrew, that's my creative writing. It's for a story. You know I've been trying to write more. Andrew? Creative writing. Right. A $50,000 creative writing project that involved traumatizing the man she was supposed to marry. The police have my new number. They know where I am. I just can't believe this is my life right now. Part of me is numb. Part of me is already mourning the woman I thought I knew. But a bigger part of me is just watching the pieces fall, knowing I did what I had to do. What happens now? I decay. But she's not getting a cent from me. And she's not getting me back. Update 1. It's been a week since D-Day, Discovery Day, Deception Day. Take your pick. What a bloody week. Thanks for all the comments on my original post. Good to know I'm not insane for reacting the way I did. My name's Andrew, by the way. So the immediate aftermath. Ashley obviously couldn't reach me on my new number. She apparently showed up at my brother's place the day after I left, hysterical. My brother, bless him, is a rock. He just told her I wasn't there and didn't want to see her, and that she should probably talk to the police as they were looking for her. That threw her, apparently. Detective Miller and his team did in fact pay her a visit, not to rescue her but to ask about her creative writing project. According to Miller, who gave me a brief update, very professionally, just the facts, Ashley stuck to her story, said it was all a big misunderstanding, a figment of her imagination for a thriller novel she was outlining. She even, get this, tried to paint me as controlling and paranoid for going through her phone. Classic. The entitlement is unreal. Her best friend, Kimberly, the one she was supposedly at the movies with, has been blowing up my social media, my email, the one Ashley knows, even tried to contact my mom. Kimberly's messages are a mix of, "How could you do this to her?" and "She's a mess, you've destroyed her." And Ashley would never do something like that. It's obviously a huge mistake. You need to talk to her and fix this. Kimberly claims Ashley showed her the story notes ages ago, and they even laughed about how over the top it was. Right. So Kimberly, you knew about a plan to fake a kidnapping and extort $50,000, and your reaction was to laugh? Or are you just covering for her now? Smells like BS either way. Then Ashley's mom, Betty, called my mom. Full-on guilt trip. He's misinterpreting her artistic expression. She's sensitive. This stress is going to make her ill. They were so happy, he's throwing it all away over a story. My mom, thankfully, is no fool. She told Betty that if Ashley was serious about writing, maybe she should stick to genres that don't involve detailing felonies against her fiancé. Mic drop from Mom. The police are building a case. Conspiracy to commit fraud, attempting to extort, possibly filing a false police report in the future if she'd gone through with it. Miller said the level of detail in her notes was problematic for her creative writing defense, especially the bits about how to avoid detection and specific financial details. Ashley, meanwhile, has apparently been trying to play the victim to everyone who will listen. Mutual friends are getting an earful about how I've abandoned her, how I'm cruel and heartless. Some are buying it, or at least pretending to. Mark, a guy we both know from a hobby group, messaged me saying, "Dude, are you sure about this?" Ashley's saying it was just a story idea. She's really broken up. I just sent him a screenshot of the ransom demand part of our notes. Haven't heard back from Mark. Emotionally, I'm a wreck, but a quiet wreck, if that makes sense. I'm functioning, working, eating, sleeping, sort of. But there's this constant ache. The betrayal is one thing, but the gaslighting now, the attempt to make me the bad guy, that's a special kind of twisted. I've had a couple of moments where I almost buckled, thinking, what if it is a misunderstanding? But then I look at the photos of those notes. The cold, calculating detail. Nah, my gut was right. My actions were right. The latest? Ashley apparently tried to access our now frozen, on my lawyer's advice, small joint savings account we had for wedding expenses. It wasn't much, maybe $2,000. My lawyer had already flagged it, so no dice for her there. That was yesterday. This morning, I got an email from a new address, clearly her. "You will regret this, Andrew. You are making a monster out of me. I just wanted us to have a better life. That money was just sitting there." A better life built on terror and theft? Hard pass. The monster was her own creation. I just turned on the lights. Lawyer says to keep documenting everything. Police say the same. So I am. Every call, every message, every attempt to spin the narrative. This isn't just about the money anymore. It's about the sheer audacity, the disrespect, the danger she put me in or planned to. Stay tuned, this isn't over. Update 2, final update. Well folks, it's been a roller coaster couple of months. Happy New Year, I guess. It's certainly a different one for me. Thanks again for the support. It's been weirdly helpful knowing strangers on the internet get it. So, where did we leave off? Ah yes, Ashley's escalating entitlement and the budding criminal investigation. The creative writing defense crumbled pretty spectacularly. Detective Miller and his team were thorough. They subpoenaed her full phone records and cloud accounts, the ones linked to the old phone. Turns out, Ashley had been researching untraceable payment methods, ways to fake distress, and had even exchanged a few messages with an old, sketchy acquaintance of hers. Let's call him Paul, vaguely discussing needing a big favor that would be worth his while. Paul, when interviewed, apparently got spooked and sang like a canary, admitting she'd approached him to be a convincing voice on the phone for the ransom calls. He thought she was joking at first, then got weirded out and backed off. His testimony was a nail in her coffin. Ashley's supporters didn't fare too well either. Kimberly, her BFF, after initially defending Ashley to the hilt, got a visit from the police too. Questions about her knowledge of the plan. Suddenly, her memory of Ashley joking about the story notes wasn't so clear. She lawyered up fast. Last I heard, she's trying to distance herself completely, claiming Ashley manipulated her. The friendship is torched, obviously. Serves her right for enabling, or at least being willfully blind. Betty, Ashley's mom, kept up the harassment for a while. Accusatory voicemails, tearful pleas, the works. My mom eventually had our lawyer send her a cease and desist letter. That shut her up, at least directly to us. But I hear through the grapevine she's still telling anyone who will listen how her poor, imaginative daughter is being persecuted by her cruel, vindictive ex-fiancé. Some people will believe anything if it fits their narrative, I guess. The revenge, if you can call it that, wasn't some grand, dramatic gesture from me. It was just letting the system do its work. I provided the evidence, I cooperated, and I refused to be drawn back into her drama. The police had enough to charge Ashley with conspiracy to commit grand larceny due to the $50 amount and attempt to extort. The evidence was just too damning. The detailed notes, the research, Paul's testimony. Ashley, faced with actual jail time, finally dropped the creative writing charade with the authorities. Her lawyer apparently advised her to. She tried to plead it down, painting herself as desperate and stressed about finances, conveniently forgetting she had a decent job and I was financially stable. She even had the audacity to suggest, through her lawyer, that I should make a statement saying it was a moment of madness and that I'd forgiven her. To get her a lighter sentence. Can you believe the nerve? My lawyer replied with a very polite, very firm, absolutely not. The satisfying part? Last month, she took a plea deal, avoided a lengthy trial, which I was honestly relieved about. She pleaded guilty to attempted extortion, got 2 years probation, a hefty fine. Ironic, huh? Mandatory psychological counseling, and a criminal record that will follow her around like a shadow. She also had to pay all my legal fees associated with this mess, which wasn't insignificant. The $50,000 from my inheritance is safe, and the small joint account was dissolved, with the funds returned to whoever deposited them, mostly me. Seeing her in court that day for the plea, she looked small, defeated, not remorseful, mind you. Just annoyed that her brilliant plan had backfired so spectacularly. There was no flicker of, "I'm sorry," just pure, unadulterated resentment aimed squarely at me. That look confirmed I did the right thing. Entitled people rarely see the error in their ways, they just regret getting caught. As for me, I moved. New apartment, fresh start. The old place had too many ghosts. I'm in therapy myself, actually. Unpacking this level of betrayal isn't easy. There are days I'm still angry, days I'm just sad for the relationship I thought I had. Trusting someone again? That's gonna take a long, long time. It's hard not to feel like a fool for missing whatever signs were there. But I'm working on it. I don't feel like a hero. I just feel like a guy who narrowly avoided a disaster of epic proportions, orchestrated by the person I was supposed to spend my life with. It's a sobering thought. So yeah, justice, of a sort, was served. Not in a blaze of glory, but in the quiet, methodical turning of legal wheels. Ashley got consequences. Real, tangible consequences that stemmed directly from her own calculated actions and her relentless entitlement. And I got my life back. It's a bit battered, a bit bruised, but it's mine. And I'm slowly, carefully moving forward. Thanks for listening, Reddit. It's been a journey.